Hello, hello. If you've never seen me before, I'm Coin Ring Maker from coinringmaker.com, and today we're going to be working on this 1 ounce fine silver round. I've never worked on this one before, so I'm pretty interested to see how it comes out. This is made by Silver Shield, and they make really nice 1 ounce silver rounds. I've worked on some of their stuff before, and they usually come out really cool. It is a bit of a shame that the main feature of this round is her face, and it's right in the middle, but I think this kind of Celtic design on her shoulder, as well as the text freedom in her hair, is going to make a pretty interesting coin ring. So we'll have to give it a go and see how it comes out. If during this live you have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. And if you'd like to see more of my work, make sure to visit my website, coinringmaker.com. I'm going to wait just a little bit before I get started on this. So while we wait, if you've got some free fingers, go ahead and tap the screen a couple times. I just want to wait for a couple more people to hop in here before we get started. How's it going, Van? Having a good day? I spent all day cleaning house, so I'm pretty stoked to be in here making coin rings. All right, we broke 100 people, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. Let you guys take a really good look at the coin we're gonna be working on today. And again, if you guys would like to check out more of my work, there's a little gold chain at the bottom of the screen here you can tap on. That'll pull up my website. If and you want to check that out, totally up to you. Gotta charge for your fingers. Hey man, I understand. In this economy, you gotta do what you gotta do. So this tool right here is an auto centering punch. So we lay it on this platform here, and as I tighten it down, this is cone shaped on the top, so it's going to auto center our coin right in the middle there. I like to put blue shop paper towel on each side of it to help protect the details. And we're just going to tighten this down here. This is a 1 ounce silver round, so it's going to take a couple whales to get through this thing. I'm using a 5/8 inch punch on this one. And we're going to move my phone out of the way so we don't hit it. Again, if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask, and the shop link is down here. Now let me just find my hammer, and we'll punch this on through. That looks pretty well centered to me. I didn't notice she had an earring. That's pretty cool. All right, let's see how our coin's looking. Now, if you guys out there watching on TikTok are looking for more people to follow, may I suggest myself? I think there's a button somewhere on the screen here you can tap on. And it's just that easy. You'll be following me. Yes, this is Jason's Works. It's a good tool. I like it a lot. There is our round so far. Been wanting one. I was lucky enough to find somebody who used it for like, I don't know, they said 15 rings. They had it for 2 months, and then they were just like, this isn't for me, just trying to sell my stuff. So I got it off them pretty cheap, in really good shape. So I got lucky. Hello. How goes it? I just kind of jumped in and didn't explain what I'm doing here. After you punch a hole in the coin, the edge of it on the inside is pretty rough and sharp. So the tool I'm using here, this is called a deburring tool, and that's just helping smooth it out. Yeah, I've been doing good. Can't complain. Yeah, if you order on my website, there's an option called center punch stuff. It's just center punch options. And so there's a couple options when you order. You can get just the ring. You can get the ring and the center punch. You can get this as a necklace pendant, or as a keychain, or as a pin you can put on your hat or your shirt. So there's a couple options for these, but every coin ring is going to have a different design on the center punch, so don't expect to get this particular one. This only goes with this coin. I feel like that's pretty self-evident. When you do complain, no one listens. Hey. Yeah, no problem. What's the best way to sharpen the punch? I don't know. It's like hardened steel, so it's really, really tough already. Maybe you could use, like, this is 4-0 steel wool. You could use that to just kind of sharpen up the edge a little bit, and then just keep it oiled or like lubricated if you're having problems getting it through. This is Pepe Lube. It's recommended by a lot of coin ring makers to put this on your dies. Makes it go through a lot easier. You guys don't really see me do that much, but I keep it pretty well greased. But as far as sharpening, I haven't really attempted that because the steel is hardened, so you have to find something stronger than hardened steel to shape it, and I don't really have any idea what you would use. Well, I love you stopping by my lives. That's what's up. Hey, we almost got 300 likes on this live. Let's go. Thanks for tapping the screen, guys. Say, I'm working on a round I've never done before. That's always fun. It's this Silver Shield 2023 design. This Freedom. And like the main design is like her face, which is right in the middle of the coin. So it's going to be interesting to see how this comes out. If anything, the text will look good, but I think her hair will look pretty cool too. The sharpening, I really don't have any recommendations on that. I've never tried it, so I don't know what to say about sharpening punches. That's out of my knowledge. I'm not sure. We'll get that nice and smoothed out. Hit it with a little bit of steel wool on the inside. Make sure it's smooth all the way around. And then we'll go ahead and anneal it. Yeah, that's probably the best course of action, is to just get new ones if they're like dull or chipped or you're having issues with them. That's probably the best way to go. That was really smooth. Yeah. If anybody else has any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. If you haven't yet, make sure to check out the shop. The link is down here somewhere. Super easy to pull up. And thanks for watching. I appreciate you stopping by, watching me work. my prices range from 30 up to about 500 depending on the coin I work on. The most popular coin ring I make is 90% silver quarters, and those are $100. But if you go to my website right now, I have the 90% silver state quarters, 20% off. We've got all 50 states available. Sizes 4 to 12. So yeah, it really depends on the size of the coin and the metal it's made of, and like how difficult it is to make. I try to keep a pretty decent price range. And lots of stuff to pick from. So if you guys want to check it out, the link's somewhere down here. Yeah. There we go. Fine silver always is so nice when you anneal it. There's no fire scale on it at all. Stays pretty. All right, we need our phone stand. And we're gonna move over to the 1-ton arbor press now. That's this bad boy. And we're gonna start folding. You're lagging. How much is it for a common ring made from a quarter? So there's like two different types of metal quarters I work on. There's the regular quarter that's out in circulation. Those are made of copper clad. Those are 30. And the ones I recommend are made of 90% silver, and those are 100. And the state version of those are on sale right now. They're 20% off. Do I only work with coins? Most of the time, that's what I focus on. I niche down pretty much. Like my website is coinringmaker.com. My business is coinringmaker, so that's what I focus on most of the time. When I get bored, I do mess around with other types of jewelry, but most of the time it's just coin rings. How's business? Not bad. It was a little slow last month, but it's the best year I've had, so I can't complain. Oh yeah? There you go. Check out Jason's video. I have been thinking lately, I don't know, I always seem to miss holidays. I always start thinking about holidays like too late. I'm like, should I do any Halloween or spooky stuff? And like by the time I make something for it, it'll probably pass. So we'll let Halloween go this year, I think. No, you're good. Thanks for answering. I didn't really have an answer for it. I'm not sure what to do if you need to sharpen them. So I'll probably watch that later today too. That hair looks cool. Got minimal orders. It's tricky. Like, I don't know. My main like traffic source is like videos I either put here on TikTok or on YouTube. And like sometimes they go off, and sometimes I'm like dead in the water and I can't break like 200 views on a video. That's not a bad idea. Stock up Halloween stuff after Halloween and then sell it next year. That's forward thinking right there, Chris. What else did I miss? Do I make memento mori rings? I do. I have them in 1 ounce copper and 1 ounce fine silver. They're pretty cool. I'm going to go ahead and anneal this again. We folded it quite a bit. Thanks for the heart. If anybody has any questions, feel free to ask. We're currently working on a 1 ounce fine silver shield from 2023. It's like Freedom. I'm not sure what the name of the design is. It says Freedom on it. I want to call it Freedom Girl. I'm sure it's got a better name than that. But I haven't made one of these before. So I'm interested to see how it comes out. Yeah, dude, Chris is great. You know how sometimes you get, I don't know, if you've been on TikTok long enough, it'll be like, it'll like suggest a video like on this day, but from like a year or 2 or 3 ago. I got one like pushing people to follow Chris when he was under 1,000. And I was like, dang, look at him now. The hair makes it look really cool. I think so. I really like silver shield designs. They're very well thought out. They're very crisp and detailed. And even like the tail side is impressive. Like, I almost want to make this tail side out and see how it looks, because it would be cool. I agree. I don't know. I can't take that much credit, but I appreciate it, Chris. You put in the work, man. Crush some espresso with that thing. I drank enough of it. I probably could. I drink like 2 of them a day. I love espresso. Woo! Alright, so I'm going to wrap this in some blue monster tape and start shrinking it down. So we've got it pretty well stretched out. Red Bull, I don't know, man. I can't drink a lot of Red Bull. Like, it's not bad, but like, even how tiny the cans are, I want like a can of Red Bull like a quarter that size. Swedish wrap time. Yeah. Just like a cold shot of Red Bull. Bam. That'll work. Good for cleaning your toolbox. I'll take your word for it. Sounds sticky. Did you start selling instantly on your website, or did you sell on Etsy or Shopify before? So I started on an app called Macari, and I did that for most of the first year. I sold rings, and I sold them really cheap on there. I sold them for like $4 or $5 just to get in the practice of making rings to order like really fast. And once I was like confident in my ring making ability, so that was really just for like practice, I moved over to Etsy, and I stayed on there for about another year before I built my own website. So like, those are good to get started, like training wheels kind of, but at this point it does me a lot more good to focus on my own website. I do still have my Etsy shop, and I get sales on it occasionally, but they've been doing some really weird stuff lately. So I don't send any traffic to Etsy. Like, I let them do all the heavy lifting. Facebook Marketplace. before I got into jewelry making, I I was really, I don't know, I went down a rabbit hole of like how to make money on the internet, right? Like affiliate marketing, like MLMs and all this. And basically none of that stuff works. Like, it's people selling courses on how you can build a course to sell that to people. Like, it's all bullshit, pretty much. Like, if you don't have a product to sell, like, you're just wasting other people's time, pretty much. So, like, while I did learn a lot about marketing, I didn't really know how to make anything, and I just kind of stumbled upon coin rings as like a fun thing to do, and people started asking me to make them for them. They were like, let me give you money for that, and it just kind of snowballed. So like, I'm glad I spent those. Honestly, it was like 8 years of research trying to make money online. Like, I started blogs, I started like print on demand stuff. I did everything, and none of it worked. And somehow this has, which is pretty cool. So thanks for watching, guys. I couldn't do it without you. I sell on Whatnot. I have a Whatnot account. I haven't used it too much. Like, the platform's kind of weird for jewelry. Like, you can do it, but like the flow of it, I don't know, the speed of Whatnot is like too intense for me. Like, you gotta just sell. Like, it's, I don't know, the vibe didn't really hit for me. I tried it out a little bit. But honestly, the best recommendation I have for you is just build your own website, like, as soon as you can, because the older your website is, the more like trustworthy it is on the website. So like, even if you don't put a lot of stuff on it, just having that URL like in the internet space will help it be more valuable to you in the future. That's stuck in there pretty good. How much do I pay to maintain the website? What I use is called Equid, and I started using it for free. You could list up to 10 products. I think somebody said they went down to 5 for their free account, but it used to be 10. And then after I made enough sales with those listings, I was able to upgrade to the first paid plan, which I think is like $18 a month. The one I'm on now is like $30 a month. Hello from Japan. Thanks for stopping by and watching. And this is coming along really nicely. Do I size the ring first? I kind of size and shape it at the same time. But there's still, like, you see right on the inside of there's like a raised piece of metal, like a lip. And that's going to throw off the size of the ring. So we're going to have to get rid of that before we really hone in what size we want it to be. Thanks for following, Bear and Richard. I appreciate it. If anybody else has any questions, feel free to ask. If you'd like to check out my website, there's a little gold chain at the bottom of the screen you can tap on, or you can go to the link in my profile. If you haven't yet, make sure to hit the follow button, and if you're enjoying the live, make sure to tap the screen. It's broke 2,000 likes. Let's go. Did I print the ring holder? No, this is made by, I got his sticker over here. Moneymaker Coin Crafting on Etsy. Highly recommended. Much easier on the hands. It is 3D printed though, but I didn't 3D print it. I bought it from him. Size 12 is the biggest I make for quarters. I can do half dollars up to size 14. Morgan and Peace silver dollars up to size 16. And 1 ounce silver rounds like this one I can do up to size 18. The center punches I make into necklaces, keychains, or pins. You can put on like a hat or a shirt. Or you can just add this onto your order for a couple extra bucks. Yeah, I've tried to make quarters larger than 12 and they start looking pretty goofy. What is the price on the one I'm making? This is a 1 ounce fine silver round. I have those for $300. Puts them in a jar. I put them in a plastic bag. I'm not even that fancy to use a jar. Honestly, you want to know the truth? Is I'm too clumsy for jars. They always find a way to get knocked to the floor. So plastic bags it is. Not to be messy or rude, just curious, the altering of currency isn't that illegal? No, you're fine. So in the U.S., like with U.S. currency, for example, like this is a 40% bicentennial quarter. As long as you aren't fraudulently altering the currency, that would be like taking a penny and making it look like a dime and trying to spend it, like trying to deceive somebody with your alteration, or like making it look like it's a rarer coin, like it's an error or a different year than it actually is. That's all illegal. Counterfeiting as well. But making stuff out of coins like into jewelry and art is perfectly legal, at least with U.S. coins. There are some countries that have different laws and handle it differently, so that's mainly why I focus on U.S. currency. Yeah, no problem. It's a good question. I get it all the time. The best like real world example is like penny smashing machines. You might find it like Six Flags or SeaWorld. This is just like a higher version of that. Very, very similar legally. All the time. That's right. Do I make copper rings? Yeah. So like copper half dollars, copper quarters, some like 100% copper rounds. What's funny is like since I started making coins into rings, I've actually learned a lot about coins and coin collecting, like what's valuable and what's rare, what to keep your eye out for. Knowledge I did not expect to come along with altering currency, but it's good to know, and I've found some valuable stuff, which is pretty cool. Still got a little bit of an edge there. It's mostly cleaned up. We're just gonna clean up maybe a quarter. Nice. Clean up that cut edge just a little bit. This is a 1 ounce silver shield from 2023. It's fine silver. It's got freedom on it. And it's mostly this girl's hair. And then like a Celtic design on her shoulder. I can show you what the round looks like. This is what it looked like before we started. How often do I replace my burning tool? The blade like every 15 to 20 rings. Not often enough. Usually when they start giving me trouble. Yeah, Silver Shield makes some really nice stuff. No, I've never melted them down yet. Most of your rings are Walking Liberty. Those are one of my favorites. It's a great design. They make really, really good rings. I like the Walking Liberty $half. But I gotta say, I like the 64 halves better, because you can get them in pretty decent condition. Compared to like a Walking Liberty, which are usually a little worn. That's just like an age thing. Alright, let's go ahead and finish sizing this up. Honestly, I need to just send it to Chris. I told him I was going to let him melt it down for me. He's got all the equipment. I just haven't gotten around to it. Busy, busy, busy all the time. Do I make calf from coins? I'm not sure what you mean. Calf. I like your sticker. Thanks. Every order gets free stickers. I'm a big fan of my sticker as well. I'm gonna use this die, just cleaning it up a little bit and greasing it. It's a little rusty. Bangles? No, but I do know somebody who does. Asthma Geek on Instagram does bangles out of coins. Those require like a whole nother set of tools. Like the stretcher for those is a lot bigger than the one I use. And the holes you gotta punch, huge. Now I mainly focus on rings. What's a bangles? Bangles are bracelets. Kind of C-shaped bracelets. See, like, there's like a hole, like a gap in them, and you put your wrist through that. Let's see how it looks. Pretty good. Alright guys, I'm gonna hop off of here. Hope the rest of your day is fantastic. If you haven't yet, make sure to hit that follow button so you can catch me next time I go live. If you got some free time, go to my TikTok page and watch all my cool videos on there, and leave nice comments and likes and share them with your friends, and peace.